Hello everybody and welcome to the Distracted Podcast, where we will be interviewing a Blockbuster representative. Welcome back everyone. I am your host Quentin Thomas and this is Season 1 Episode 1 of the Distracted Podcast, BlockBusted. Today I'm joined by my great co-host Jaden Weir.
Hello Quentin, and today we will be talking to a Blockbuster representative about how and why their business failed. But first we have an important message from our sponsors.
Do you want a crappy mobile game that offers nothing but hypersexualized females and microtransactions worse than EA? Then Raid Shadow Legends is the game for you. Using code GEMBO, get 100,000 gold and 10,000 free Void Shards, as well as a new legendary champion, Gembo the Seductive. Raid Shadow Legends is an amazing console-level RPG available on mobile devices. Build your team to ascend through the levels and unlock new champions. With Gembo, who offers overpowered damage and support as well as her looks, you'll have no trouble beating the rich, immersive campaign. Raid Shadow Legends. Download now.
Welcome back, and now we will be interviewing the Blockbuster representative.
So, Mr. Blockbuster dude, what was a major factor that led to Blockbuster's failure?
Well, one factor that contributed to Blockbuster's failure was their outdated processes. As stated by Cognitive, processes should be a great experience for the customer, but the processes of Blockbuster were not up to standard.
Do you think that Blockbuster failed only because of their outdated processes, or were there other major factors that led to their decline?
Of course there were other factors that led to their decline. Their management had undergone severe changes that devastated the company. As stated in Harvard Business Review, Akan told me he'd bought nearly 10 million shares of Blockbuster, where I'd served as a CEO for 8 years. Akan had no experience in running Blockbuster, whereas the previous CEO had been there for 8 years. He undid the policies that the old CEO had put in place just for the sake of control.
So, did their prices have anything to do with their failure?
Blockbuster's price point definitely had something to do with their failure. According to Forbes, Blockbuster's model had a weakness that wasn't clear at the time. It earned an enormous amount of money by charging its customers late fees, which had become an important part of Blockbuster's revenue model. As seen in Cognitive, setting the right price for a product is difficult because if the price is too high, then customers may not be willing to pay. This can clearly be seen in Blockbuster's practices. So overall, Blockbuster was in the declining stages of the product lifecycle, while Netflix was just beginning the growth stage of the lifecycle, which is supported by Cognitive.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Representative, and thank you all for tuning in to this week's podcast. And of course, a huge shout out to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Don't forget to download and use code GEMBO to get your free 10,000 Void Shards and free legendary champion, Gembo the Seductive. We'll see y'all next week.